How to admit that you like someone of the same gender. Admitting that you like someone of the same gender can be pretty awkward at first, but it often feels good to get it off your chest. With these tips, you will be ready to tell the world. Steps. 1. Tell one person at a time. Start with a trusted friend or family member, preferably someone whom you know to be open-minded about same-sex relationships or attraction. 2. Tell each person you choose to confide in at a good time and in a safe place. Do this at your own pace. The only reason to talk about a same-gender attraction is that you want to. If you want to turn it over in your head for a while first, that's fine. If you're dying to tell someone right away, that's fine too. Pick the time that works for you. Make sure there's time for a conversation, and that you're in a good comfortable place to chat. If you're not sure that the conversation will go well, make sure you're somewhere that you can exit easily if necessary. It may be easier to have the conversation in person, on the phone, or online. Do what feels best. 3. Tell someone straight up or build up to it, whichever feels most comfortable for you. It may be easier to just admit the attraction, or it may take time. Go with the approach that feels best. The person you're talking to may have questions. Divulge only as much as you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable, just explain that this is new to you and you're not ready to go into detail. 4. Be prepared to talk about this more later. Especially if the person you confide in is very surprised to hear about your attraction, or if you are the first person to confess such an attraction to him or her, there may be many questions after the initial conversation. Be prepared for this, and again answer only the questions that you're comfortable answering. Tips. Same-gender attraction doesn't necessarily mean anything about your sexual orientation. Many people have same-sex attractions or fantasies, whether gay, straight, bisexual, pansexual, or some other identity. Especially if you're young, but even as an adult, your sexual identity may shift over time. Address each attraction on its own terms and take your time determining your own orientation. If you are curious about queer sexualities and wonder whether you might be queer, read up on the subject and take some time to think about it. Don't let anyone tell you that your attraction makes you gay, or conversely that you shouldn't worry, because you're obviously straight. Only you can decide what terms to use when identifying yourself. Don't feel responsible to act as a resource on queer issues. Especially if you confide in someone who doesn't know many queer people, you may become the go-to guy or gal on queer issues. This is not your responsibility. Offer perspective if you'd like, but feel free to tell your conversation partner that you're not an expert and that the internet or the library might be a better resource. Use your tone to set the stage of the conversation. People tend to match tone in a conversation, which gives you a certain amount of power as the initiator. If you act embarrassed about your attraction, the person you're talking to may respond in a similar way, treating same-gender attraction as an embarrassing tone. If you joke about it, you may not be taken seriously. Try to be direct, open, and straightforward if you can, even when admitting to fear or uncertainty about your attraction. Present it as a serious issue that you would like advice, reassurance, understanding, or just an ear on. Ask for what you're looking for. If you want an opinion, ask for it, but if you just want someone to listen, be clear about that, too. Warnings. It may take time for someone to accept your same-gender attraction. Some people you tell may react unexpectedly negatively, or even shut you out entirely. Ask yourself whether this kind of bigotry is welcome in a friendship or family relationship. Whether you identify as queer or not, You may want to distance yourself from this person if it poisons your relationship. Unfortunately, even people who are very queer, friendly, liberal, or vocal about their support for gay rights may react negatively when you admit a same-gender attraction. Parents may be concerned about what this means for you growing up in a homophobic world. Friends may simply be shocked because they didn't expect this coming from you, and the object of your attraction may have an initial negative reaction because he or she is straight and feels uncomfortable with same-gender attraction. Hopefully, these feelings will cool over time. If you decide to tell the person to whom you're attracted, be prepared for rejection. Young people, especially, are often conditioned to be homophobic or afraid of same-gender attraction. Only tell this person if you feel comfortable doing so, and if at all possible, build a support network before you do. Be ready to go to those people if you experience strong rejection or homophobia when admitting your attraction.